Oh, Sonny, after all these years, I find out you really love me. You made me put on the safety belt.
Oh.
Now, if you could only get a job.
You know, Edwin, if you loved me, you'd show me. Oh, Edwin.
Knee pad, shoulder pad, helmet. Good.
Safety belt?
Janet, would you wear my safety belt?
Oh, Henry.
Safety belts. When you think about it, it's a nice way to say I love you. Brought to you by the National Safety Council.
There's no business like show business unless it happens to be news business. 60 Minutes takes a look at the techniques some local news programs use to attract audiences. Sunday at 6, 5 Central on CBS.
I'm Joseph Benty, and this is KNXT's Newsroom. We'll be meeting some people whose nerves were as frayed as ours tonight, thanks to 3 earthquakes. In several places, the operative condition tonight is bundling up and driving carefully. In San Francisco, Mayor Alioto tonight declared a state of emergency. A congressman says he thinks the president will resign by June. American women have a good reason for recalling the past today. Pearl Bailey and Richard M. Nixon break in their new act at the White House. And Bill Applegate takes a spin on a really fast track. Those stories and all the night's news right after this station break.
Here's another outstanding value during National Hardware Week at Montgomery Ward. Weld or braze, cut or harden, heat or solder. Ward's PowerCraft 230 amp welder handles them all. Handles them efficiently too, because Ward's PowerCraft welder features variable selection from 20 to 230 amps, plus an increased duty cycle for really professional results. Ward's PowerCraft welder, just $109.88. Save over 25% during National Hardware Week at Montgomery Ward.
When you get a coffee brewer from Sparklets for your office, you can forget about black coffee and all the mess of making it. Because with a Sparklets coffee brewer, you just empty a pre-measured coffee packet into a throwaway paper filter. Then place the filter in the coffee brewer and add water. And in about 3 minutes, you get coffee that's as delicious as any you'd get in the finest restaurant. With a coffee brewer from Sparklets Water Company, the coffee in your office won't be blah anymore.
Here's another outstanding value from Ward's.
Say, Ward's is having a drapery sale.
Oh, what kind of sale?
A drapery sale. 25% off every drapery at Montgomery Ward.
Every drapery?
Every drapery. Ready-made, made to measure, even custom fabrics. Pick a color, choose a pattern. Ward's has hundreds.
And styles?
You name it. Every drapery Ward sells. Now, 25% off. Use Ward's convenient credit.
KNXT Channel 2.
Good evening. Sylmar tonight was the center of one of 3 earthquakes that shook the Los Angeles area. There was little or no damage from the quake that registered 4.5 on the Richter scale. It struck just before 6 o'clock, although telephone service was disrupted in Newhall, the center of the 1971 quake. The 2 other quakes were relatively minor jolts, the first one at about 6:27 and then another one at about 9, just as our Bill Applegate was out asking people what they thought of the latest reminders of our unsteady underpinnings.
During the 1971 earthquake, we lived in Sylmar, right between the 2 hospitals. And it was the most terrifying experience we have ever had, and there were injuries in our family. It was an experience that I think is very, very hard to forget. And when you think you've forgotten, the slightest rumble reminds you again, and you remember.
Where were you this afternoon when...
Well, to be truthful with you, I was in the church.
In church?
Yeah.
How strong did you feel it?
Well, it just sounded like bad rumbling in the roof on the top of the church. Sounded like somebody may have dropped a bunch of rocks.
Well, is it possible that the reason you don't worry too much about earthquakes is because you were in church?
Well, I guess it was a real good place to be.
I was trying to make a phone call, and all of a sudden the coffee table started shaking. Phone fell off the coffee table. Then my roommate came out and said she fell off her bed.
Of course, Mother Nature is doing other things to remind us of the variety of living in Southern California. The storm that was raining on us snowed on most of us and made us cold. That's on its way out now. In fact, it looks as though we're going to have a beautiful weekend. The snow caused almost all of Interstate 5 along the ridge route to be closed most of this morning. Snow crews now have finished clearing the road in both directions. 1 to 2 feet of new snow fell in the area between last night and tonight. Most of the snowing has now stopped, and Bakersfield, which hadn't seen any real snow in about 5 years, got a brief look at the real thing this morning. About 3 inches, which melted away quickly. We'll have a full weather report, of course, later in our broadcast. All that cutting down on appliances and electricity use in Los Angeles by most of the residents, which began a few months ago, apparently has helped ease the power problem, so much so that the city's energy coordinator, Harold Williams, is proposing that about 60% of the city's residences be exempted from power cutbacks, at least those with penalties. However, at a news conference with Mayor Bradley, Williams insisted that even if the Arabs lift their oil embargo, Los Angeles residents must continue to conserve electricity.
The program we're talking about, there is no reason to be concerned about rolling blackouts. There's no reason to be concerned about any unemployment being caused by it. And there's no reason to feel that anyone is going to be seriously inconvenienced. It's a lot less inconveniencing.
On January 13th, Ford reported the results of a Ford LTD fuel economy test. Now, General Environments Corporation has filed a report on Ford small cars. I'm Hugh Downs, and recently 3 Ford small cars with standard engines and transmissions broken in the equivalent of 6,000 miles were driven from Phoenix to Los Angeles, never exceeding 50. This Pinto averaged 28.1 miles per gallon. This Maverick, 26.7. And this Mustang, too, I drove 28.3. Of course, mileage depends on driving conditions, total weight, optional equipment, maintenance, and personal driving habits, and you may not get the same results. But most small cars offer good mileage. So it's probably more important to know who has the most small car experience, who offers service and the features and options that suit your needs. And to that point, Ford has made more small cars than General Motors, Volkswagen, Toyota, or anybody else in the world.
Your local Ford dealer is Small Car Headquarters.
Should you junk your present auto insurance? Are your claims settled quickly with courteous personal service? Are you paying good money for the wrong coverage? You better find out. See your independent insurance agent. He's on your side. He'll select a policy from a number of insurance companies. That way, you'll get just the protection you need at a fair cost. Get this free booklet from your professional, independent insurance agent, wherever you see this symbol.
What do people in Atlanta think of the American Express card?
American Express card is a ticket to the city of Atlanta.
I would carry just the American Express card if I were going to carry only one card.
The American Express card has more prestige than some of the other credit cards.
When my husband is away, I depend on it in place of him.
And the American Express card is the one that best fits the bill.
Call 800-528-8000 to apply for an American Express card.
Recently, owners of 1974 General Motors cars were asked why they needed full-size models. Here's what some of them said.
With our 4-month-old baby and all the things we take along, we really need our full-size car. We really do.
I'm 6'4", I weigh 220 pounds. I'm a full-size man, and I need a full-size car.
I bought this car because it has a good ride, and has a good gas mileage, too. I sure know because I own this gas station.
I need a full-size car. I do the shopping for 6. I take the children all around. What else would I drive?
I'm a management consultant and find I have a real need for a comfortable full-size car in my client work.
These are just a few of the many excellent reasons why people feel they need a full-size car. You may have your own reasons, so see a GM dealer. It's no secret that there's never been a better time to buy a full-size car than right now. At General Motors, we want you to drive what you like and like what you drive.
CBS reports, Shanghai.
Are you getting burned by your present homeowner's insurance? Are your claims settled quickly with courteous personal service? Are you paying for the wrong coverage? You better find out. See your independent insurance agent. He's on your side. He'll select a policy from a number of insurance companies. That way, you'll get just the protection you need at a fair cost. Get this free booklet from your professional independent insurance agent wherever you see this symbol.
A great salad begins here with lettuce fresh from the garden. A great salad dressing begins in the garden too. Great Beginnings salad dressing mix with its genuine cut glass cruet, its blend of aromatic herbs and tangy spices, brings out the greatness of your salad every time. Great Beginnings salad dressing mix. Try them all. Better than good, it's Great Beginnings.
These TV cameramen rate the color on RCA XL100 color TVs.
Color and picture quality are the two most important things. The XL100 has it all.
In the XL100, the colors are what they should be. The reds are red, the greens are green, and the blues are blue.
I love the color. The color is very, very good, very clear, and holds from channel to channel.
Over 50% more senior TV cameramen own RCA than any other color TV.
The color in the XL100 is excellent.
An attic bedroom up under the eaves, with a place for the one thing that will make her new house a home. You made every board by hand. Isn't it nice to know that the people who moved it understand what a familiar little house can mean in a strange new one? Allied Van Lines. We move families, not just furniture.
Holding hands. Holding hands. The more you like to hold hands, the more you'll like Touch of Sweden, the hand holder's hand lotion. It's rich in soft, silky moisturizers that make your hands really soft. And yet, Touch of Sweden doesn't leave your hands sticky. And it's a lot nicer to hold hands when they aren't sticky. Touch of Sweden, the hand holder's hand lotion.
Judge, your weakness for chili is showing.
And so's my acid indigestion, Tilda.
That's a case I can help solve with these.
Phillips tablets? What about...
Phillips tablets. They're concentrated. See? Smaller and stronger because they neutralize 25% more acid than the leading roll-type tablet.
25%, eh? That's a strong case.
Fast-acting, too. Get them right next door. Tell them Tilda the Teller told you to get Phillips tablets.
25% stronger.